Welcome to Hormonious, the podcast where we uncover the truth about hormones, functional medicine, and total body wellness. I'm Catherine Brigger, CRNP, a functional medicine nurse practitioner, and I'm here to help you cut through the confusion, take control of your health, and restore balance to your body. Whether you're struggling with fatigue, weight gain, brain fog, or stubborn health issues that just won't go away, this podcast is your go to resource for science backed solutions, expert insights, and real patient stories. So grab your coffee, take a deep breath, and get ready to feel empowered, educated, and hormonious. Let's dive in. Welcome, listeners, to Hormonious, a podcast dedicated to hormone optimization, functional medicine, and total body wellness. My name is Catherine Brigger. I'm a nurse practitioner in the functional medicine space. I'm a provider at True Rejuvenation. I educate patients through True Rejuve Wellness, and I'm the owner of True Rejuve RX, our newest supplement line. My journey to the functional medicine world came about after years in primary care. Struggling with my own health issues, I could not find answers, regardless of what specialist I saw. My hair was falling out, my weight was going up, my body ached, and my sex hormones were a mess. Everybody just kept telling me there's nothing wrong, or it's in your head, or exercise more and eat less. Or my favorite, let's set you up with an antidepressant and pain management. It was on my way home from a visit in Cleveland where I decided that there had to be something more. There had to be answers for these problems that I was having. And that led me to the functional medicine space. While I'm able to impact many, many lives in my practice at True Rejuvenation, it has long been my hope to start this podcast, Hormonious, in an effort to educate, empower, and cut through the confusion for you, the listener, to teach you that wellness and true healing can really be a thing. You aren't just stuck in this body that you no longer know. There are answers, and we're here to help. In future episodes, patients can expect to learn all about hormones from A to Z. They can expect to be educated and empowered. They can expect expert interviews, patient stories, debunking of myths surrounding hormone replacement therapy, and actionable advice that they can use to go back to their providers and ask for help. If you're ready to take control of your health, make sure to subscribe and share this with somebody else who needs to hear this information. In segment 1, we're going to discuss why hormones matter. Hormones control literally everything. Every action of your body is controlled by some hormone. They're responsible for your energy levels, your metabolism, your mood, whether or not you sleep at night or you wake throughout the night. They're in charge of your libido, your weight gain or weight loss, your overall health, fertility, and so much more. A common misconception about hormones is that they only pertain to people that are getting older. That could not be further from the truth. Hormones impact your everyday activity from the time that you're born until the time that you die. In my humble opinion, they are the most important part of medicine, yet so under-tested and so under-regulated. Aging, feeling older, feeling as though you have no control over your health anymore, you don't even know yourself, does not have to be your life. There are answers, there are solutions, and they are safe. I suppose we better start by discussing the role of functional medicine in healthcare. I get a lot of patients asking me, what is functional medicine? Functional medicine is a patient-centered, root cause approach to healthcare that focuses on addressing the underlying factors contributing to disease instead of just treating the symptoms. It integrates the latest scientific research with nutrition, lifestyle interventions, and advanced lab testing to create personalized treatment plans that promote long-term health and wellness. In other words, We're not just going to treat your symptoms. We are going to find what's causing your symptoms and address the underlying issue. Identifying root causes of diseases is what sets functional medicine apart from the conventional medicine world. Unlike conventional medicine, which often treats symptoms with medication, functional medicine seeks to uncover why an illness is occurring. It looks at factors such as hormone imbalances, gut health, inflammation, environmental toxins, stress, and nutrient deficiencies that might be contributing to chronic conditions. In the world of functional medicine, patients receive personalized treatment plans. Functional medicine recognizes that no two people are the same. What works for one person may not work for another. A plus B does not equal C. Treatment is customized on comprehensive lab testing, genetics, lifestyle, and medication history. Functional medicine, often called integrative medicine, integrates science and holistic healing. It blends conventional medicine knowledge with evidence-based alternative therapies, such as bioidentical hormone replacement therapy, nutritional and gut interventions, peptide therapy and IV nutrition therapy, stress management and sleep optimization, detoxification and longevity medicine, and cellular health. Functional medicine emphasizes prevention and long-term wellness. It is a proactive rather than reactive approach. It aims to prevent disease before it starts by optimizing health and addressing imbalances early. It's especially effective for chronic conditions like thyroid conditions, metabolic dysfunction, insulin resistance, autoimmune diseases, and hormone imbalances. The functional medicine world empowers patients to take control of their health. Patients are actively involved in their healing journey. They get some input. Education, lifestyle changes, and sustainable health strategies are key components. The goal is not just to treat the illness, but to restore vitality and optimize well-being. In a perfect world, all of my patients would come visit me prior to becoming sick. That way, we could prevent the illnesses from ever occurring. As more people seek personalized, science-backed, and holistic solutions, functional medicine is becoming a leading force in modern healthcare. By addressing the whole person rather than isolated symptoms with various specialists, it offers long-term healing and transformation. As a provider in the functional medicine space, I've dedicated my career to helping patients achieve vitality and optimal health by addressing the root causes of disease, rather than merely treating the symptoms. My approach combines cutting-edge science with compassionate care, ensuring that every patient receives personalized care, evidence-based treatment, and plans that are tailored to their unique needs. I can assure you that if my patients are not well, I lose sleep. Loving this episode? Subscribe and leave a review. Your support helps us reach more people who need to receive this information. In segment 2, we'll discuss the most overlooked signs of hormone imbalances. We often get the question, how do I know if I should come see you? Well, here are some of the most common complaints that we get from new patients. First, fatigue and low energy. Patients feeling constantly drained, no matter how much sleep they get. They feel sluggish, unmotivated, incapable of getting out of bed in the morning. Oftentimes, this is linked with thyroid dysfunction or adrenal dysfunction or an imbalance of cortisol, which stems from the first two. The second most common complaint is weight gain or difficulty losing weight. Suddenly, out of nowhere, people pack on the pounds. No matter what they do, they can't lose the weight. Oftentimes, it's said that this weight accumulates around the midsection. This can be due to insulin resistance, thyroid dysfunction, or cortisol levels running especially high. Hair loss has to be number 3. Patients come in complaining of losing handfuls of hair every time they shower. I have even had patients count the number of hairs that come out in the shower. In case you were wondering, it's perfectly normal to lose up to 200 hairs per hair wash. However, these patients are losing quite a bit more. They come in nearly bald. Sometimes the hair loss isn't quite as diffuse. It will be limited to a small chunk of hair where they may have bald patches. Brain fog and memory issues comes in at number 4. Patients complain of struggling with focus, forgetfulness, and mental clarity. This could be related to low testosterone, imbalances in estrogen levels, or adrenal dysfunction. Oftentimes, we will also find an autoimmune thyroid condition called Hashimoto thyroid disease. Number 5 is mood swings, anxiety, and depression for no reason. These patients can't identify anything in their life that should be causing the mood swings, anxiety, or depression. They don't want to act this way. They don't want to be so mean to their spouse. These patients often complain of feeling irritable, anxious, or emotionally unstable without any obvious cause. This is often due to fluctuating estrogen levels, a lack of progesterone, or again, cortisol imbalances. The other cause of this could be fluctuating blood sugar levels. I can't tell you how many patients I see who have reactive hypoglycemia. Their insulin levels spike in response to their glucose levels spiking, and then they drop suddenly. Patients feel incredibly irritable when this happens. Think of it as the hangry feeling. Poor sleep and insomnia comes in at number 6, and sometimes they come together. Patients will complain of difficulty falling asleep, even though they're exhausted at the end of the day, or they do fall asleep but wake up throughout the night, often waking feeling unrested. These patients will tell me, I look at the clock at 3:03 every single night. The falling asleep issue is often linked with low progesterone levels. The waking issue, however, is often linked with low estrogen levels, spikes in cortisol at inappropriate times, or melatonin imbalances. At number 7, we have low libido and sexual dysfunction. The loss of sex drive, vaginal dryness, pain with intercourse, or erectile dysfunction is a common complaint from many of our patients who have gone through menopause or andropause. This can result from having low testosterone levels, imbalanced estrogen levels, adrenal stress, lack of progesterone, or lack of vaginal lubrication due to not having enough estrogen, testosterone, or progesterone. Following that up at number 8, we have hot flashes and night sweats. These patients will complain of sudden waves of heat, sweating, and chills, all at the same time, that disrupt their sleep. Typically, this is caused by fluctuating estrogen levels, especially in the menopause and perimenopause period. What many people don't realize is that having too much or too little estradiol or estrogen in the body will cause exactly the same symptoms. For this reason, I like to refer to estrogen as the Goldilocks hormone. When number 7 and number 8 happen, we often see number 9, which is chronic stress and feeling wired but tired. This is a feeling of being overwhelmed at all times, constantly on edge, yet exhausted at the same time. This can be a sign of adrenal dysfunction, high cortisol, or dysregulated stress response. This also can be a symptom of insomnia from going through perimenopause, menopause, or andropause. As if this wasn't enough, number 10 comes in at digestive issues. Patients come in and they complain of things like bloating, constipation, and IBS like symptoms. They can experience bloating, gas, food sensitivities, irregular digestion, and sulfur burps. Often, this is due to a gut microbiome dysfunction or an infection in the gut. Estrogen dominance can also cause this, as can thyroid dysfunction. As we age, we make less and less digestive enzymes. We also make less and less stomach acid. The less digestive enzymes and the less stomach acid you make, the more likely you are to develop these types of symptoms. These symptoms, however, are very treatable by addressing the root cause. From my female population, I get a lot of complaints of irregular or painful periods, skipped cycles, heavy bleeding, severe cramping. This is often linked with PCOS or estrogen dominance or progesterone deficiency. What most don't realize is that there is a delicate dance between estrogen and progesterone going on in females' bodies at all times. When their cycle falls out of sync and this ratio between estrogen to progesterone becomes extremely expanded, symptoms of irregular and painful periods are common. Brittle nails or nails with ridges in them. This is often connected with low thyroid function, low testosterone, or nutritional deficiencies. We like to run a micronutrient panel on all of our patients to identify any of these deficiencies. We also take into consideration what their diet looks like, often requesting that patients keep a food journal. So you might be asking yourself, if you're experiencing these symptoms, what's the solution? Well, this is where hormone testing can help uncover the root cause. Functional medicine focuses on balancing the hormones naturally through nutrition, lifestyle, targeted supplementation based on your needs, and bioidentical hormone therapy when needed. At True Rejuvenation, we offer comprehensive hormone testing that goes beyond the basics. If you suspect a hormone imbalance, book a consultation with us at hormonioustherapy.com. That brings us to segment 3. What can you do today to help support your hormones? There's many things that you can do to help support your hormones. Number 1 would be eat for hormone balance. I want you to prioritize things like clean, organic, animal-based proteins, healthy fats, and getting enough fiber in your diet to help control any type of blood sugar spikes. Avoid processed sugars, refined carbs, food dyes, and inflammatory foods such as soy and gluten, which can trigger hormone imbalances and worsen autoimmune conditions. Include hormone-supporting foods like cruciferous vegetables like broccoli, cauliflower, cabbage, kale. These all help support estrogen detox. I want you to eat wild-caught fish and grass-fed meats, which provide essential omega-3s. Avocados, olive oil, and nuts can help regulate sex hormone levels as well. I want you to manage stress and cortisol levels. Chronic stress can lead to cortisol imbalances, which affect your thyroid, metabolism, sex health, and hormones. Reduce your stress. Do daily breath work. Do meditation. Make time for yourself. Walking or low impact movement. Weight training. Prioritizing sleep and recovery. Remember, muscles are not made in the gym. Muscles are made when you eat proper nutrition and rest. Prioritize quality sleep. Your body resets hormone levels overnight. This is when you make your hormones. So a lack of sleep is going to throw off your hormone levels. It's going to mess with your cortisol, your melatonin, your thyroid function, your insulin. Some sleep tips that may be helpful are stick to a routine, consistent wake time, consistent bedtime. Routine is key. Pick a bedtime and commit to it. Pick a wake-up time and commit to it. When you wake up, get some natural light exposure. This is going to do everything to help with your hormone balancing. Avoid blue light or any type of screens for at least 1 to 2 hours before you go to bed. Make your room cool and dark. Coolness will help with sleep. You can use things like magnesium and herbal teas to help with relaxation. But most importantly, I stress the routine is key. I want you to stay hydrated. Staying hydrated will help you to naturally detox. Hormones are processed out by your liver, so hydration and detox support are keys. None of us are doing enough to love our livers. I tell my patients every day, you should be doing 5 things every single day to love your liver. The number of toxins that we are exposed to on a daily basis is outrageous. You can support detoxification by hydrating, drinking at least half your body weight in ounces of water with a pinch of sea salt in every glass daily. Liver support with cruciferous vegetables, supplements like DIM, glutathione, glutaril, increasing stomach acid content by drinking things like lemon water, reduce alcohol, and daily exposure to toxins. Go to your kitchen, get rid of the plastics, throw away the Teflon. It's terrible for you. Look through your cosmetics. Look at your body wash, your shampoo, your lotions, the car you drive. We need to be limiting our exposure to toxins to decrease the burden on our liver. And most importantly, you need to move. That means your bowels need to move and your muscles need to move. You need to get up. Movement is going to help stimulate lymphatic drainage, which in turn will result in hormone balance. You need to poop every single day. I tell my patients all the time, I talk about pooping every day. There is nothing that's off of the table. You need to poop and you need to empty every single day. If you're not, that is not normal. I don't care what anybody tells you. If there's something going in, there should be something coming out. And when there isn't, we have to look at the gut. We have to look at magnesium intake. We have to look at the thyroid. We need to figure out why. I want you to do things to support your thyroid and your metabolism. It's estimated that 82% of women over the age of 40 suffer in silence with thyroid disease. Thyroid hormones control your metabolism, your energy, your mood, your ability to lose weight. You need to keep them optimized by doing things like eating foods that are rich in selenium, like Brazil nuts and seafood. Managing your stress and avoiding over-exercising. I can't tell you how many women I see, men too, on a weekly basis who come in and tell me, I run 10 miles a day. I'm a triathlon athlete. That's great for your own sense of self-worth, but truly, you're destroying your bodies. When we over-exercise, our body is naturally going to downregulate the production of a hormone called free T3. Free T3 is your active thyroid hormone. It's going to lower that level and elevate the reverse T3 to help slow things down. Your body does not want you to be a distance athlete. I don't care what you have heard. It's terrible for you. And the fact that your heart rate is low because of it is proof in the pudding that your body is trying to downregulate and slow you down. I also want you to eliminate inflammatory foods like gluten, over-processed, pasteurized, homogenized dairy, and processed sugar. They're terrible for you. So are oils like vegetable oil, canola oil, soybean oil, peanut oil. Stop. You are poisoning yourself. I want you to use targeted supplements for hormone support. That means figure out what you're deficient in and replace it. That does not mean take a multivitamin every day, hope that you're covering all your bases, and probably poop out the multivitamin whole, having absorbed none of it, or having absorbed all of the iron from it that you didn't need, and now you're overburdening your liver with that. Multivitamins are out. I am sorry. I am not a fan. I want you to be taking supplements like magnesium. I promise you, if you do not take a magnesium supplement, you are not getting enough magnesium in your American diet. Magnesium is going to help support cortisol, stress, and sleep. And the right forms of magnesium, like in our colon clear supplement, are going to help with daily complete elimination of your bowels to get rid of the toxins that your liver processes out. Vitamin D. This is essential for hormone production and immune health. Do you get sick all the time? Are you taking a vitamin D supplement? Is it at least 5,000 units daily with some vitamin K so that you can actually absorb it, provided that you don't have a clotting disorder? That's really important. In the conventional medicine world, they shoot for vitamin D levels around 35. We know in the functional world that an optimal vitamin D level is around 80, anywhere from 80 to 100. If you live in my part of the globe, which is Pennsylvania, you are not getting enough vitamin D. I don't care if it is summer or if it's winter. You're not, unless you're taking a vitamin D supplement every single day. I'm also not a huge fan of the giant dumps of vitamin D, the 50,000 units that people take 1 to 2 times a week. A, it's not good for your kidneys. And B, if it's coming from a pharmacy, it likely does not have any vitamin K in it. So you can take all the vitamin D supplements at 50,000 units you want. You're never going to get your vitamin D level up with it because you're not getting enough vitamin K to absorb it. B vitamins, and I advocate for methylated B vitamins for everyone. So many Americans have a genetic mutation called an MTHFR gene mutation. What does that mean? Well, to make it simple, it means that you need kind of like a partially broken down B vitamin in order to be able to absorb it. Now, these partially broken down or methylated B vitamins, B as in boy, are available everywhere. They're about $3 more than the non-methylated version, and you'll actually absorb them and be able to utilize them. B vitamins are super important with metabolism of estrogen and support of adrenal function. Omega-3s. These are your healthy fats. These are going to help reduce inflammation and balance sex hormones. It's going to give your body what it needs to make sex hormones. Adaptogens like ashwagandha and rhodiola help regulate stress hormone levels. If you're feeling chronically stressed, look into supplements that may help with that. Figure out what you need to do in your daily life to downregulate that stress. Number 7, get your hormones tested. Even with a healthy lifestyle, some imbalances need personalized care. Okay? You don't know if you have a hormone imbalance if they aren't tested. And I promise you that unless you have seen a hormone specialist, you truly have not had your hormones tested. When you go to your primary care doctor and they look at a TSH with reflex to T4, that is far from a full thyroid panel. You cannot diagnose thyroid disease with only those 2 values. And I'm not faulting your primary care provider for that. That's not their specialty. Unless they had a vested interest to learn something beyond their last day of medical school, they probably aren't experts in the hormone field. And you owe it to yourself to see someone that knows what they're talking about. I tell patients every day when they say, "Why didn't my doctor catch this?" Your doctor didn't catch it because that's not their specialty. They weren't even testing for it. In fact, they teach people in medical school not to test for something if they don't know how to fix it in the event that it comes back broken. That is actually a pearl of wisdom that is taught in medical school. Kind of disgusting, in my opinion, but it's the truth, okay? So, if you want your hormones tested, you have to see someone that knows what they're talking about with hormones. If someone came to me with a broken bone, I wouldn't pretend to know how to fix it. I would say, that's not my specialty. Let me send you to an orthopedic surgeon and we'll see what they can do for you. Similarly, if someone came to me with cancer, I wouldn't pretend to know how to cure it. I wouldn't pretend to test for it either. I would say, you need to go see an oncologist. So, for all those providers out there that work in the primary care space or whatever space and don't assume the responsibility of testing for hormones that they don't know how to fix, kudos to you. Kudos to you for being able to say, you know what, that's not my specialty. You need to see somebody else for that. And if they're pretending to know what they're talking about, I can assure you, you're going to come and be more of a mess than you would have been had they done nothing. So be thankful when you have a provider that says, not my thing, I'm not really sure. That is not the job or the role of your primary care provider. All right, with all of that said, take control of your hormones today. If you're ready to balance your hormones naturally, book a consultation with us at True Rejuvenation and get a personalized to you wellness plan. We will spend a minimum of 45 minutes with you at your first visit and a minimum of 30 minutes with you at any subsequent visits. There is no 5 minutes in and out, you saw my nurse, see you later visits at True Rejuvenation. You can book your consult at hormonioustherapy.com. There is no denying that hormones are foundational to health. Imbalances are often overlooked, but there is hope through functional medicine. Personal stories and words of encouragement are vastly available from our clients who want to help you. Healing is possible. They will show you that it is. And small changes can have a massive impact. If this podcast resonated with you, leave a review and share this with somebody who needs it. I know you know somebody going through a hormone issue who is not being treated properly. Maybe it's you. Maybe it's a loved one. Share this with them so that they can find the help that they need. Thank you for joining us today. Hopefully you found some takeaways that can help with your health. In our next episode, we will dive deeper into thyroid health. Why are so many people misdiagnosed with thyroid disease or not diagnosed at all? And we'll go through ways that they can actually start to feel better. Until next time, stay empowered, stay educated, and stay hormonious. The information shared on Hormonious is for educational and informational purposes only and is not intended as medical advice. Always consult with a qualified healthcare provider before making any changes to your health regimen. True Rejuvenation Hormone Therapy and its affiliates are not responsible for any actions taken based on the information provided in this podcast. Individual results may vary. Thank you for listening.